talk about DC Fandome that happened this weekend. I have actually done a pretty good job at avoiding any spoilers and the like. So, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen here. Not a super huge DC head, but always open to seeing some new content. And yeah, I heard a couple of things. Obviously, they showed the Batman trailer, Black Adam, Peacemaker series. So, everything we learned at DC Fandome 2021. Here we go. For 2021, DC Fandome was nearly a 4-hour live stream updating fans on the latest DC films, TV series, comic projects, and video games. So let's just take it from the top. Let's watch this new Batman trailer. Okay, here we go.
Police! Hands up!
Okay, Riddler. Okay, better.
Trying to reach you. Fire the gun! This is about a king, and Riddler's the match.
I can take care of myself.
Okay.
Continues. It won't be long before you've nothing left.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna say this a lot.
To me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Okay. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. That looks really... March 4th, 2022. That looks really fucking exciting. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm down with it. Obviously, when it was first announced, I was a bit skeptical. But I'm down with it. It looks really interesting. Obviously, it's that darker, grittier thing that they're going for. And I'm kind of glad that it really seems like DC's not trying to focus on as nearly as much the whole shared universe deal. Wow. March 4th. That is not all that far away. Definitely excited to go see that one. Fandome began with a look at Black Adam, featuring a scene of the title character played by Dwayne Johnson, combined with some behind-the-scenes footage. It at least confirms that the film, in development for over a decade, will actually come out. Has it really been in development for over a decade? Damn, DC has been so far behind. And it's so insane to think about how... I mean, obviously, Marvel has the Disney backing, and it is that money-making machine. So it makes sense, but fuck, man, there's been so much promised and so little to come out of it on DC's end. So here's hoping that the stuff that they showed in this actually comes to fruition. Aquaman Lost Kingdom also offered some behind-the-scenes footage and a first look at Black Manta's Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's upgraded costume. I have seen that. It looks really nice. Perhaps the most impactful presentation outside of the Batman trailer was first look at The Flash, the long in development film, which missed half a dozen release dates at this point. Genuinely looks amazing from the footage director Andy Muschietti compiled for Fandome. For one thing, Barry's Ezra Miller new suits look incredible, and teases of Supergirl Sasha Calle, Batman Michael Keaton, okay, and a second Flash, also Miller, provided some of the best moments of the whole 4-hour event, capping off a shot of Barry examining the Batmobile as it hides under a tarp. Interesting. I mean, DC's starting to kind of ramp up on their releases. It seems like so far we've got lots of things coming. Flash, Blue Beetle, and they're obviously kind of going a very similar route as to Disney, where combining series and the feature films through HBO Max. And it is a wonder as to whether or not they are going to continue to go the releasing at the same time on HBO Max for free, because that's been a thing for a while and it has stifled the growth potential of a lot of these movies potentially. So we'll see. HBO Max is the new center of the DC multiverse. Well, I should have shut up. Let's see. There's one thing this year's Fandome made clear. It is that HBO Max is the new hub world for DC's expansive multiverse. Beyond Batgirl and Blue Beetle's eventual debuts on the service, Pennyworth, previously an Epix exclusive, will be moving to Max for its third season in late 2022. The previous 2 seasons will become available to subscribers early next year. Additionally, most of the DC Universe Orphans Max adopted Titans, Doom Patrol, and Harley Quinn will return for subsequent seasons next year, with fourth seasons of Titans and Doom Patrol confirmed at the event. Harley Quinn will return sometime in 2022, according to Harley Haley Cuoco herself. The last of the DC Universe shows, Young Justice, debuted 2 episodes of its 4th season, subtitled Phantoms, on Max immediately after Fandome concluded. Nice. All the shows were enough. Peacemaker's premiere date was also announced during the Fandome, January 13th, 2022. Creator James Gunn also unveiled a teaser trailer, which suggests Peacemaker may actually grow a little on his next adventure, I would hope. Gunn wrote all 8 episodes and directed 5, extending his time in the DC multiverse. In fact, Cena expressed the wish to continue playing Peacemaker in subsequent seasons, which means more of Gunn's sensibility in the future. Let's watch this trailer.
Jamil, you cool?
What does that mean?
Truth is, you're supposed to be in prison.
For what?
Superhero stuff.
What superhero are you?
Peacemaker.
Get out of here! There's no superhero called Peacemaker!
Dude, I'm famous.
This is Harcourt. Be a handler in the field. John Economist, Tech and Tactics.
Okay, cool.
This
He's
is
back.
our recruit, Adebayo.
You don't have to shoot people after you already killed them.
Right. Who's the
Okay.
guy that's peeking out behind the trash can?
Vigilantes, trying to be helpful.
Yeah, it looks funny. Obviously, James Gunn makes good shit. He's fucking hilarious. So, I mean, the fact that he's working on this, and hey, it's nice to see he can get into both bags. He can get into the Marvel bag and the DC bag. So, you know, hey, good on James Gunn. Good for him. So, looking at these, we definitely have a lot coming in terms of HBO Max series. A lot of pickups from DC Universe that eventually are now coming to HBO Max, getting new seasons, new life breathed into them, and also original series like Peacemaker, and then some that are probably still in the works, just have yet to be more or less officially kind of shown off, in a sense. Obviously, we've seen from the past how DC and Warner Bros. They move a little bit slow, but hey, slow and steady wins the race, I suppose. So we'll see what happens coming out of this, but I am certainly hoping for the best for the DC universe going forward. Now let's see. Batman the animated series is getting a spiritual successor. One project Abrams did promote, though, is upcoming Batman Caped Crusader, produced and developed by Abrams. Batman the animated series is Bruce Timm, longtime DC animation executive, and producer James Tucker, and the Batman director Matt Reeves will go back to what Tim called original principles of Batman the animated series with fewer broadcast restrictions. Caped Crusader isn't the only word on DC animation, though. An HBO Max Superman animated series, My Adventures of Superman, in production. Preschool targeted Batwheels preparing for release. The currently running Aquaman King of Atlantis and stellar upcoming lineup in the dependable DC animated movie direct-to-video range. So it's very interesting. They're putting their eggs in a lot of different baskets here. And obviously seeing there's a lot of animated stuff going on here, and a lot of it is HBO Max focus, direct to video, like they said. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Like I said, I think for now, at the very least, it's best that DC doesn't necessarily focus on the whole shared universe deal. Obviously, they can still have that with these team up movies, but it's not. Obviously, they tried and it didn't work out all that well. The Justice League, obviously did not do super well, and was not necessarily well received. So I think focusing on just developing interesting properties without the focus of a shared universe or a larger continuum and timeline, I think it would be beneficial to them. I think that working on this, it would just help them out a lot. And just mostly because I think it would give them an advantage over Marvel in the sense that everything Marvel does has to kind of share the universe. And obviously they've made that work in the past, right? They have made it work to where you can have these series and everything be, you know, just super fine and dandy, and it all kind of comes into fruition in these larger scale Avengers movies and whatnot. So they've made it work, but everything they do has to work into it. Even What If, which could have been a super cool, just complete aside thing, which I honestly don't know if I would have preferred or not. It could have been its own thing, but they decided that it's going to technically be canon. So who knows? I am not exactly sure where that's going to go, but DC focusing on their own shit and just keeping a lot of their properties separate, I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. So here, Gwendolyn Christie leans in the Bowie look for Sandman's Lucifer.
Tonight, we will achieve what no one has even attempted. We will summon and imprison death.
Well, all right then. That is interesting. So obviously this is a Netflix series that we're looking at, because although not part of the HBO Max lineup, Sandman received a little recognition via the debut of Gwendolyn Christie's Lucifer in a first look photo. It's interesting to see them deciding to work with Netflix. Obviously, I mean, Warner Brothers doesn't have to necessarily work on everything in-house or just distribute everything to HBO Max necessarily. Obviously, with some help from Netflix, can get that sort of distribution going. So nice to see them playing nice. It is the year of all these studios playing nice with one another, kind of, quote unquote, right? We'll see. Look, gonna keep it 100% real. I'm a fucking huge Marvel fan, right? I can't lie. I can't lie and say that I don't much prefer Marvel to DC, just based on the content that we've gotten thus far. However, I will say this is exciting from a standpoint of just enjoying comic book shows and superhero shows. I am hype as shit for this, and I'm ready to see what they got next. That's all I gotta say on that.